We're back with another UFC 6 video using Calvin Gator. I am having a great time using him. It's just got that nice, sort of well-rounded sort of moveset. He's not too quick. He's not got like insane power. But obviously, if you pick the correct shots, you know what I mean. No matter who you go in this, I think as long as you're picking the correct shots, you can get off the damage. And as we're going to see in this one, I'm going to try and really control the pace. Obviously managed to get a beautiful counter there with the uppercut as he slips in. Then trying to, as you see a lot, I'm just trying to sort of find where I can land my shots, you know what I mean, and just sort of build up damage. I'm not going to, I think early, I tried to hunt really quick for like the knockout, but you see after like a sort of like a little adjustment period of like, okay, I'm hurting him, but let's try and get some of that cumulative damage on him. You know what I mean? Try and mix in a little bit of the kickboxing. Obviously Calvin Creator's quite tanky, but Aldo is really quick. And as you see there, this is how we're going to sort of try and control the range, and then it will help control the pace with the lead kicks to the body when we are at like a nice range. And as we see there, jumping out the way of his lead hook to the body, and look at the speed on the leg kicks compared to mine, but then we drop him. Calvin got the quick, really good boxing combinations. You know what I mean? He's got the power and the speed to really cement. You know what I mean? Make your opponent respect you with him. And I'm just popping this jab out. You know what I mean? Just trying to interrupt any combo goes for, dropping him. Right onto it. I think I'll end up letting him up, or I end up playing a wee bit of the ground game, but not too much. You know what I mean? Just try to find, you know what I mean? Just I don't want him to get too comfortable, but ultimately I'm just trying to keep it, you know what I mean, sort of on the feet. I don't want to give him like nothing too easy as well. I think it's like here where I accept it. And I gets that guard, he escapes, boom, back to the feet. As you see, like, look at the stamina difference already, you know what I mean, just from slowly working the body, you know what I mean, and you see there he's blocking low, he's obviously anticipating the kicks, but what I've found on UFC 6 so far is the kick speed on this is insane. It is probably is going to get patched for day one, which I believe is in the next, as the time of recording, like 2 days. And here we are going into round 2. It's a great first round, dropped him several times. Obviously we've got him sort of respecting our boxing, and then obviously at range, as you see straight away, he's blocking low, trying to, you know what I mean, anticipate it. We've done a fair chunk of leg damage as well, but the majority of that came from checks, and then obviously like a wee bit of it came from throwing our own kicks, but not like overly reliant on it. And as you see here, just working that, popping that jab, lead kick combo, jab to the body, he's trying to fire back, and you see like what, 3 jabs back to back, getting a wee bit of head movement in as well. Front kick, he catches it, tries to counter with a head kick, and then I thought I was going to go high. There we go, a nice 1-2, slipped the hook, you know, feinted the hook on the return. Felt like I was just slightly out of range, and there we are, using feints to get him to open up so that then we can start comboing. Uppercut to the body. As nothing I'm throwing is, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not hunting for the finish. I'm just trying to see where the finish is going to like present itself, make him, you know, sort of open up, and then we can find the perfect counter, and then just add the, you know what I mean, build up on our damage, which you see here. Like, see, like there, that jab lead kick to the head was, you know what I mean, the speed on it's insane. Well, that was a beautiful combo though. I swayed back once there, but there's like a wee thing in the game where it's, when you sway back, or sometimes if you sway to the sides, it's, there's like this little sort of jitter animation. It's not as bad on the sides as it was. I think it depends on who you're using, but on the sway backs, it looks like I'm sort of spamming the stick. But yeah, I think that's another thing that, I mean, I think it's like a simple fix. Beautiful lead knee. So like, some characters really do have like different animations on their knees. And I figure out after landing that one, I'm like, oh, Calvin's got a beautiful animation to it, and it does a nice chunk of damage, especially compared to like the rear knee, which I find is quite weird. There's another lead knee, and this is where the pace is changing. Slip back straight into another knee, into another knee. Yeah, I mean, we're just obviously, if we're at this stage of the fight, he's not really presented any real threat. We've just sort of kept him, at range, and in the exchanges we're getting, the better of them all. So, being able to open up a little bit more, but still being cautious, because it realistically is only going to take one beautiful combo, especially with Aldo, with how quick he is. If I get caught on the wrong end of it, as we block him at the end of the round 2. As I was saying, like if we get caught with, on the end of like a nasty combo, it's nice, lights out. So that's why I'm not wanting to overextend too much. And as we see there, just slipping that knee attempt. And there we go. Just, we're just in complete control of the fight. The pace is at the pace I'm liking. Got him guessing a lot. The only reason I never managed to counter that was because I was blocking as I swayed. And there's like a time buff. So like if you're blocking sway, it changes up like how quick you can pop out a counter. So if I wasn't blocking like I'd done earlier in the fight, I would have been able to crack him. And as we see, like beautiful body combinations. So like realistically, what I think a lot of people when this game officially drops is probably going to struggle with is they're gonna try and play it like it's 5, rush out. Really just try and put leather to skin, and if you're able to control the pace and dictate it, you're gonna have a lot of fun on this. Picking your shots. Obviously you can still come out and rush the fights, but I think it's more pleasant to watch and a funner experience for me being able to do something like this where it's just a slow build up of the damage and like catch the finish. You know what I mean? You can certainly blitz, but if you're controlled with it, some fighters are more suited for brawling. So maybe like the likes of Justin Gaethje, brawl with him, but you still have to pick your shots correctly. That was just a jab to drop him, and then I feinted that lead kick, and then finish it up against the fence. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this. If you're new around here, leave a like. I've never really told any tips, but yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.